Hey, this is David B69. Welcome to today's video. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and hit the notification bell for future videos. Let's get on to the show. Hey everybody, this is David B69. Hope everybody's doing fine today. I am doing something a little different. We have Video Games Monthly. But first, I did happen to run by a video game store and I got some goodies. First up, we got this Aerosmith game, Revolution. Not really familiar with it on the PS1. It is a long box title and yeah, it looks pretty cool. So wanted to play this and grab this. Then I grabbed Jeopardy Sports Edition. And I got Jeopardy Deluxe Edition. And I got Desert Storm. So, got that. But then we got our boy Floyd with the Luck of the Irish. We have our Video Games Monthly box for the month of March. And I gotta say, Floyd, you're feeling a little bit overweight today. A little bit overweight. You're like feeling like you have some girth to you today. And I love to see that. Now, these games that were here, the Desert Storm and the two Jeopardy games, were not on my list. So if I happen to get an additional copy of those games, it is what it is. I can't really change it. The two Jeopardy games are rather cheap. The Desert Strike's a little bit more, but it's okay. So all about Floyd's Magic, and the thing, you can get a box of 3, 4, 5, or 10 video games per month in a subscription package. And I basically got the 5 one, and yeah. And as always, I show the values at the end of the video. So let's get into it. And of course, I show you before I see it myself. So let's get to opening the box. First we got a Mario sticker of some sort. It looks like he's grabbing the grate for the grate flip. Pretty cool. We got a reminder to fill the library. So, like, well, if I got these games and they came in the mail today, not my fault because I did. Well, it is my fault because I didn't put them in there. And another sticker with Mario and Luigi and a tube. So, pretty cool. First game we got is Top Secret. It's Golgo 13. I know nothing about this game. So, yeah. We'll watch some gameplay of that one. Golgo 13 is a mostly side-scrolling adventure, but it does bounce you around, and you do get to play some other stuff. At the beginning, you don't have a gun, but it's like for a very short time. But it's a cool game. I do need to dive into it a little bit more. Dialogue seems long-winded, but this is definitely something that I will definitely sink more time into, because it plays good and it does seem fun. This is one I've actually been wanting for a long time. Tato's Operation Wolf. Wow. I loved Operation Wolf in the arcade. I would spend a long time playing this game. So it's a light gun game. Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely looking forward to playing this.
Now, Operation Wolf, this was something I was actually kind of shocked at. I'm not a huge fan of the way the NES gun works out with these controls. Um, in the end, I'm probably going to wind up playing more using the controller instead of using the gun because it just doesn't feel right like the original arcade version. But it's still like really, really cool to have. I'm like really thrilled to have this because this is like, to me, a must-have game if you're into retro games. This is like absolutely a beast, and I'm thrilled to have it in my library.
I got the Ultimate Game. I got Tetris on the NES. I'm actually shocked that I don't have this already. I'll have to check my library to make sure. But Tetris on the NES is the ultimate. Very excited to have this.
Yeah, Tetris is one of those simple games, so we're not going to spend too much time on this one. But man, I am so happy to have this. This is like one of my top favorite games of all time, and everybody has played Tetris. So it's like, yeah, this is like kind of like, I think everybody has a story of it too. It's like I was programming one day and somebody said, "Have you ever played Tetris?" And I'm like, "No." And basically, we downloaded it and played it on a computer. And this is like way back when, like with America Online and stuff. I didn't even have. It's like I didn't have the NES originally, so it was a new experience for me. So it's cool to play.
Next up is NBA Jam. I think we got the tournament edition for the Super Nintendo, but we didn't have the regular edition. So super stoked to have this. Little bit of damage on the back, but that's okay. It's only little stickers and stuff. I might be able to clean that up a little bit, but the front absolutely looks immaculate. Very excited to have NBA Jam on my Super Nintendo.
NBA Jam, boom shakalaka. I'm just showing right here the like little intro and such. I'm not going to go into all the gameplay because everybody's played this game. It's like I had the tournament edition already, and now I have the regular edition. So, both on the Genesis and the Super Nintendo, it is the same exact game. It feels, nothing feels different to me personally. So, I mean, the gameplay is fast and furious and arcadey, and that's what I like about it. So it's a really cool game. I love myself some NBA Jam. So boom shakalaka, he's on fire. And here's they show some players and stuff and everything. I just wanted to show off the menu and the players and all the different options. I just really thought that was like cool to show off instead of the actual gameplay of the basketball, which isn't as exciting and thrilling.
And the last game we got for the month is Turok 2 on the Nintendo 64. I mean, I've always wanted to play these Turok games. I've actually never have played a Turok game. Don't judge me. I know a lot of people that like them and play them heavily. I've never played a Turok game before. I know they're like some dinosaur games, and like I don't know if you fight as the dinosaur or you're fighting against dinosaurs. I forget what it is. But I'm like really excited to have Turok 2. And we'll see video, and then past that video we will see the totals. So yeah, so let's get into it.
Now, Turok 2, this was like a really funny opening little sequence. I couldn't help but share this because I saw this and I'm like, I just started rolling. That's like, you just can't help but laugh. Iguana gets shot at, and it just goes and like starts defending itself. And it's like the funniest thing of all time. But yeah, it's like really, really cool to have this really cool old school game. Gameplay wise, it kind of reminds me of Doom and the what was the other game? Some like Castle Wolfenstein and such. And like, oh, it also like sort of plays like 007. So I'm quite happy with this game. It definitely has that feel and stuff. It's basically a typical N64 shooter, and there's nothing wrong with that because some of the funnest shooters were on the Nintendo 64 back then, which is kind of a shock to say that Nintendo had a really good shooter library. I wish that's something that Nintendo hasn't been always wanting. Finally, we got the whole list. We got some value at $43.83.